Hello students, in previous lecture we have seen a definition of relation and the binary relation. So today we will continue binary relation. So the binary relation means if you have a non-empty set A, then every subset of A cross A is called binary relation, right? So today we will see example based on binary relation. So for suppose that A is equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3, okay, then if I give you R is equals to 1 comma 2, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 1 and 3 comma 2, then check whether R is a binary relation on A. One relation is given 1 2 2 2 3 1 and 3 2. We have to check is it binary relation on A. So for binary relation, what we have to check, see, the binary relation means every subset of A cross A is an binary relation on A. So to check whether this set is binary relation or not, we need to check it is a subset of A cross A or not, right? So first of all, we will find out A cross A. So what is A cross A? That means Cartesian product. 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 3 1, 3 2 and 3 3. Okay? And then we have to check whether the given relation is a subset of this set or not. So 1 2 is there, 2 2 is there, 3 1 is there and 3 2 is there. So clearly R, the given relation R is a subset of A cross A. Therefore R is binary relation. It is binary relation on A. Okay. So if in exam it is come like this. If one relation is given and set A is given and it is asked to check whether the given relation is binary or not, what you need to check, just find out A cross A and check that R should be a subset of A cross A. Okay. So if it is a subset of A cross A, that means it is a binary relation on A. Okay. Now the next example is, it is on page number 100. Let n be a set of all natural numbers, and here the bigger set is n, set of all natural numbers, and the relation is defined as A comma B, where A and B belongs to natural numbers and 2A plus B is equals to 10. Okay, we have to check whether the R is binary relation on N or not. So first of all, we need to find out the elements of the R. See, here the condition is given A comma B belongs to natural number and it will belongs to this relation if and only if it satisfies this equation. So first of all, we will find out the elements of R. So 2A plus B equals to 10 is there. Now if I take A as 1, so 2 into 1 is 2 plus 8 will be 10, right? So we will start with 1. So the first element of this set will be 1 comma 8. Then second is, we have to find out all the possibilities, right? 2A plus B is equals to 10. If I take this as 2, so 2 into 2, 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. So next possibility is 2 comma 6. See, here A and B are from natural numbers, so you cannot take negative, right? Natural number means all the positive numbers. Then next is 2 into 3. If I take 3 here, then it will be 2 into 3 6. So it is 4. So 3 comma 4. Next is if I take 2 into 4, that means 8. So here it will be 2. So 4 comma 2. And then last one is if I take 2 into 5, so 2 into 5 is 10, right? So 2 into 5 is 10, but here we have to take b as 0, but 0 is not belongs to natural number, right? So we cannot take this condition. So only 4 elements will be there in this relation. The first is 1, 8, 2, 6, 3, 4 and 4, 2, right? So clearly you can say, if see, for the binary relation you need to find out n cross n, okay, but n is set of natural number is infinite set. So here this is not possible for us to find out n cross n, but clearly we can see it will be a subset of n cross n, right? N cross n will be a bigger set, 1 1 1 2, up it will go up to infinity. So here we can say R is clearly subset of n cross n, क्योंकि 1, 8 भी belongs करेगा इसमें, 2, 6 भी, 3, 4 भी and 4, 2 भी. So R is a subset of n cross n. Therefore, what? R is binary relation. Why binary relation? Because only one set is there, n and n. Okay, R is a binary relation on n. So for the binary relation, first of all you need to find out the elements of that relation by taking all the possibilities. For the a and b, we have started a with 1, okay, and we have n till 5, because if you take 5, 2 into 5 is 10, then you have to take b as 0, which is not possible in this case because a and b are from natural numbers. And then see, this is nothing but an subset of n cross n, so clearly write down R is a binary relation on n, okay. Now one note is there regarding relation. See, if you have n set A and R is a relation, a binary relation on A cross A, okay. So we know that for the binary relation R must be a subset of A cross A, then only R is a relation on A cross A. So we know that an empty set is a subset of every set, right? So phi is always a subset of A cross A, empty set. Therefore phi is a relation, right? It is a relation on A, and this type of relation is called a void relation and an empty relation. This is called void or empty relation, because we know that phi and that set itself is always a subset of any set A, right? That is called as improper subset. So here the phi is a subset of A cross A, right? Therefore the phi is a relation on A and is called void or empty relation. Now the next is A cross A will also a subset of A cross A, right? So here A cross A will also is a relation. अगर वो subset है तो वो relation भी है. And this relation is called universal relation. Universal relation. Okay? So कोई भी set है तुम्हारे पास A, तो उसको दो binary relation exist होते ही है. एक तो होता है empty set and दूसरा होता है A cross A itself. Both are relation on A. This is called void relation and this is called what? This is called universal relation. Okay? Now the next is if I give you A as 1, 2 and 3. Okay? We are doing binary relation right now. That means we will take only one set to define the relation. Okay? Now if I give you 5. So 5 will also a subset of A cross A. Right? Here the A cross A is what? 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 3 2 and 3 3. Okay, so clearly phi is a subset of A cross A, therefore phi is a relation over A, and A cross A is also subset of A cross A, therefore this is called, and this is A cross A, this is called universal. Okay, I hope till here it is clear. Now the next is note regarding the cardinality. This is very important note. Suppose you have set A whose cardinality is equals to M1. The number of elements in set A is M1 and the cardinality of set B is N1. Okay, or you can say this is M1 and this is M2. Then we know that if cardinality of A is M1 and cardinality of B is M2, then cardinality of A cross B is equals to what? M1 into M2. This is clear. Cardinality of A cross B will be M1 and M2. Now from here you can find out the number of relation on A cross B. How? We know that number of relation means what? Every subset of A cross B a relation over A and B, right? So the number of subset will give you the number of relation. Yes. See, if you have any two sets, right, then any subset of A cross B will be relation. तो जितने भी सबसेट होंगे A क्रॉस B के उतने ही रिलेशन होंगे एंड वी नो दैट द सबसेट ऑफ A क्रॉस B मींस व्हाट. हम लोग ने एक सेट में एक डेफिनेशन एक नोट देखा था. क्या होता है? इफ कार्डिनलिटी ऑफ एनी सेट इज व्हाट? इट इज इक्वल्स टू M, देन द कार्डिनलिटी ऑफ इट्स पावर सेट. पावर सेट मतलब नंबर ऑफ सबसेट्स इज इक्वल्स टू व्हाट? 2 रेज़ टू M होता है. यस, नंबर ऑफ सबसेट की कार्डिनलिटी क्या होती है? 2 रेज़ टू n. जो भी तुम्हारे सेट की कार्डिनलिटी है उसका पावर 2 लेना है, 2 का पावर लेना है वो. इट विल गिव यू द नंबर ऑफ अ सबसेट ऑफ दैट सेट A. So here the number of subset of A cross B will be what? It will be n of A cross B, right? So the number of subset of A cross B, that means power set will be what? 2 raised to n of A cross B. Here it is number of power set of A cross B. पावर सेट मतलब सबसेट ऑफ A क्रॉस B. तो उसकी कार्डिनलिटी क्या होंगी? 2 रेज़ टू n ऑफ A क्रॉस B होंगी, राइट? जो भी तुम्हारे सेट की कार्डिनलिटी है 2 रेज़ टू n ऑफ A क्रॉस B होंगी. बट n ऑफ A क्रॉस B कितना है? जस्ट नाउ वी हैव सीन इट इज M1 क्रॉस M2. तो 2 रेज़ टू M1 क्रॉस M2 तुम्हारे सबसेट होंगे किसमें? A क्रॉस B में. तो जितने सबसेट होंगे उतने रिलेशन होंगे. सो हाउ मेनी रिलेशन विल बी देयर ऑन A and B? इट विल बी 2 रेज़ टू M1 क्रॉस M2. ओके, विल टेक वन एग्जांपल. Suppose n of A is equals to 3 and n of B is equals to 4. सेट गिवन नहीं है, जिस कार्डिनलिटी गिवन है, कार्डिनलिटी ऑफ A is equals to 3 and कार्डिनलिटी of B is equals to 4. Then find number of relation on A cross B. Okay, so the number of relation means what? A number of subset of A cross B. The number of relation find करना है, that means we need to find out the number of subset of A cross B. So first of all, n of A cross B will be n of A into n of B. That is 3 into 4 which is equals to 12. तो n of A cross B का कार्डिनलिटी कितना होगा? 12 होगा. तो इसके सबसेट कैसे निकालोगे? How many subsets will be there in A cross B? It is power set, right? So the n of power set of A cross B, and we know that which is equals to 2 raised to n of A cross B. The number of subset in A cross B will be equals to 2 raised to number of elements in A cross B, which is equals to 2 raised to number of elements in A cross B is equals to how much? It is 12. So 2 raised to 12 will be total subset of A cross B, and total subset means total relation. So there will be 2 raised to 12 relation on A cross B. Okay. Now the next point is identity relation. Identity relation. Okay. So the definition is, if the relation in a set A is given by A related to A for every A belongs to that set A, then the subset given by this relation is called the subset of A cross A, where A belongs to A, is called identity relation. Okay. Identity relation means if you have a set A in which every element is related to itself. अगर ऐसा कोई सेट है जिसमें हर एक एलिमेंट उसी से रिलेटेड हो, then that type of relation is called identity relation. Like this, if I say A is equals to 1, 2, 1, 2 and 4. 1, 2 and 4. And if I say relation is factor. So 1 is a factor of 1, 2 is a factor of 2, 4 is a factor of 4, right? And also 1 is a factor of 2, 2 is a factor of 4. Here the identity means what? Identity means what? If it is not 2 and 4, we cannot take this. If I say equal to relation if I take, then here the elements of relation will be 1, 1, 1, 2, 2 and 4, 4. So they are related to each other if and only if they are equal. So 1, 1, 2, 2 and 4, 4. So the any relation in which every element in that set is related to itself, it is called identity relation. मतलब वो खुद से ही related है. A is related to A, C is related to C. Only then that type of relation is called identity relation on set A. Okay. That means A is related to B only if B is equals to A. This is called identity relation. A is related to B only if B is equals to A or A is equals to B. Then this is called identity relation. Okay. Now the next is type of relations. Type of relation is very important. Equivalence relation is also important, can come for 4 marks in exam. Okay. So the next topic is types of relation. So the first type is reflexive. Second type is symmetric. And third type is transitive. Okay. So these are types of relation: reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So if you have an set A, okay, non-empty set A, and R is relation on A, or you can say, if it is not given, it should be binary. You can have two sets, okay. It is only given that A is a non-empty set, then the binary relation on R, R is a binary relation on A, then it is called reflexive. First type is reflexive if A is related to A for every A belongs to A is related to A if for every A belongs to capital A. That means all the elements in that relation in that set A is related to each other. That means A cross A belongs to your relation. तो जब भी reflexive means what? every element in A should be related to each other, is related to itself. It is called reflexive. Then the second type is symmetric. Symmetric means what? If you have A comma B belongs to relation, that means A is related to B, then B should be also related to A. अगर A related to B है तो B भी related to A होना चाहिए under the relation R, then that relation is called symmetric relation. Okay, and the transitive, if A is related to B, okay, A is related to B and B is related to C, that means A is related to B है and B is related to C है, then your A should be related to C. If A is related to B and B is related to C, then A should be related to C. That means A and C should be belongs to your relation. Then only that relation is called transitive, and it should be whole for the each element in the set A. Okay. So if you have two elements belongs to R such that A is related to B and B is related to C, then A should be related to C. So first is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. These three are types of relation. The next definition is equivalence relation. Equivalence relation. So the any relation R is said to be equivalence if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So if you have any relation which is reflexive, symmetric and transitive as well, then that relation is called equivalence relation. So now we will take one example of equivalence relation. So the page number 101, problem number 1, equivalence relation. Let R is a relation on Q. Let R is a relation on Q. Q means set of rational number defined by R is equals to set of all ordered pair A comma B where A and B belongs to Q and A minus B also belongs to Z. मतलब ये रिलेशन कैसा है? दो एलिमेंट्स रैशनल नंबर के R में बिलोंग करेंगे if and only if you take subtraction of that, it should be an integer. Subtraction should be an integer, that means it could not be a negative number. It could not be a rational number. It can be negative and positive, but it should be integer. So this condition is there. We have to check whether this R is what? Equivalence relation. Show that R is equivalence relation. Show that R is equivalence relation. Okay. So for the equivalence we need to check reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So the first given R is A comma B, where A comma B belongs to Q but A minus B belongs to Z. Okay. Now the first condition is reflexive. Reflexive के लिए क्या चेक करना है? We need to check it should be related to itself, right? मतलब अगर तुम कोई भी elements लो A का, it should be related to A. So we'll start with let A belongs to Q. We are taking A from Q, then A minus A will be what? It will be 0. A minus A will be 0, right? So this will belongs to integer. And it will be whole for the every A. Randomly we have taken A here. So if you take B, C, any elements from Q, then A minus A. So condition for the element 2 belongs to R will be its subtraction should be integer. So here a minus b is in 0, which is integer, right? So here that means a is belongs to what? Not a. So this implies a cross a belongs to R, and this will hold for each element in Q, right? हमने तो ये रैंडम लिया है ए, तो तुम कोई भी एलिमेंट लो, उसका सब्ट्रैक्शन लो तो जीरो आएगा उसी एलिमेंट के साथ. सो इट विल बी एन इंटीजर. दैट मीन्स दिस आर इज व्हाट? रिफ्लेक्सिव. Okay. Now the second condition is symmetric. Second condition is symmetric. Symmetric के लिए what we have to check? Symmetric is we have to take one element. Suppose a comma b belongs to R, and we have to show b comma a is also belongs to R, right? So if a comma b, let a comma b belongs to R. So a comma b belongs to R, that means a minus b must be an integer. So if you have a minus b, which is an integer, then b minus a will also be an integer, like this. 1 minus 2 is minus 1, which is integer. So 2 minus 1 is also integer, right? अगर तो एलिमेंट से जिसका सब्ट्रैक्शन इंटीजर है, if you interchange them, suppose 2 and 5, it is minus 3, integer. 5 minus 2 is also an integer. So if a minus b an integer, then b minus a will also be an integer. It will not give you any rational number, right? So b minus a belongs to z. That means what? B comma a belongs to relation. So if a comma b belongs to relation, we have got b comma a is also belongs to relation. That means if a is related to b, then we have got b is also related to a, right? And it will be whole for every a comma b belongs to relation, right? Therefore, you can say the given relation is symmetric, right? Now we will check for transitive. For the transitive, what we have to take? Third condition for transitive, let a comma b belongs to R and b comma c belongs to R, and we have to show a comma c is also belongs to R. So for a comma b belongs to R, a minus b belongs to z, and b minus c also belongs to z, right? From the given condition of relation. Now we have to show a comma c. We have to show a comma c also belongs to z. Sorry, a comma c also belongs to R. That means we have to find out a minus c. तो a minus c को हमको क्या दिखाना है? It is belongs to z दिखाना है. So a minus c can be written as a minus b plus b minus c. I have add b and subtract b in this. So from here you can take a minus b together and b minus c together. But we have a minus b belongs to z, b minus c also belongs to z, a minus b belongs to z, b minus belongs to z. So दोनों का addition भी belongs to z होगा, right? So this is also belongs to z. That means a minus c belongs to z. That is a is related to c, which is a comma c belongs to relation, and it will hold for every pair. So therefore you can say R is transitive. So R is reflexive, R is symmetric, R is transitive. Therefore given R is an equivalence relation on Q. Okay, so this is the method to check whether the given relation is equivalence or not. You have to check for this reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So in next class we will see more example for reflexive for equivalence relation, and then we'll start new topic. Okay, so just go through exercise 5.2 and try to solve examples related to these points, equivalence relation.